Sucking on a big fat dingly-dee.
Ding-a-lee-dee, a ding-a-lee-dee.
That was probably not something you should sing while he's recording.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the season finale of Idiot's Guide to the Marvel Universe. I'm Jerome.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Flockady-doo-doo.
Oh, Flockady-doo-doo. Interesting. Nice to meet you. Where are you from, Flockady-doo-doo?
Can you spell that?
I'm from Earth 383 or something.
Oh, okay.
Or
So from a
something.
parallel universe. I see what you're doing there, big dog. This week, boys and girls, we're talking about Spider-Man Far From Home.
Spider-Man does whatever a spider can.
I really love this movie. This one's just fun. Like, the stakes aren't too high in this.
Yeah, that's true. Well, kind of.
It's just
It could be.
I mean, it is, but it's not. You know.
Yeah.
But it's just a fun movie, and I really enjoy it.
I have to agree. I think Joseph Gordon-Levitt did a wonderful job playing Evan. I'm sorry, it was Jake Gyllenhaal. My bad.
I heard Joseph Gordon-Levitt is going to do a movie about
Want to shut up?
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Can you imagine how that would confuse the fuck out of me?
And then Jake Gyllenhaal's going to do a movie about
Joseph
Joseph
Gordon-Levitt.
Gordon-Levitt.
Oh, they're gonna flip flop each other. I dig it.
That's what they call it.
What if you were able to meet them one day and they dressed up as each other?
Can
and
you
then they
imagine if I
grilled?
met them and I was like, okay, I see Jake Gyllenhaal, and I'm like, oh my god, Joseph, I love you.
Yeah, he'd be like, okay, dude.
Yeah.
They're
Like, wow.
You know, we get a lot of weird people, but no one's ever confused us together.
I really have to know if there's anybody else out there that confuses the two.
No.
There has to.
I would think not.
Like, what about you, Groot?
I am Groot.
See, he can
And
confuse them too.
if Billy Jackson says he does, he's lying.
No, he already said he didn't.
He already commented and made fun of me.
Okay.
I'm getting it from all ends, in my mouth, in my ass, over my ear. Everywhere's getting me.
Yeah, he took it too far.
Sucking on a ding-a-ling-ding.
He has admitted it's not the looks. It's just in his head that the names.
Yeah.
It doesn't make it any
Wires.
better. Don't get me wrong.
Wires are crossed.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah, it's happened.
weird, but you know.
You know, we all got a little wires
Yeah.
crossed here or there.
We don't guess if you like it anymore, apparently, because Joan just came out and said, "I love this movie." But did you did like it?
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I thought it was really good.
Did you like it more than the first one?
I don't know.
See,
that's
I
the
don't.
thing.
I don't.
I do. I think they're just as good as each other. I really enjoy them.
I enjoy it. I think it's a good movie. I just like the first one a lot. You know what I mean?
I like them both, and they're pretty different too.
Oh yeah, totally.
But I think they're both. It's kind of like Winter Soldier and Civil War to me. They're both really good Captain America movies. It kind of depends on which kind you want to see. Do you want to see Michael Keaton beat up Spider-Man, or do you want to see Jake Gyllenhaal beat up Spider-Man?
Michael Keaton.
They're both good. But yeah, I really enjoyed it.
What do you have? All right, I guess what do you think
And
about Mysterio, Jake Gyllenhaal as the villain?
I mean, it's okay. I didn't really like the outfit he had on. I thought it was pretty like generic, but that's just me.
How'd they not get the fishbowl to like fog up when it was over his head?
You know what confused me? Because you know how everything does the Iron Man to go back in the head. With his fishbowl, how does a glass fishbowl thing do that? You know, maybe it's a different material because it's a comic movie, but it looks weird doing a fish. He should just take it off, don't you think?
Yeah, and how does he see when all that shit's in the middle?
Yeah, well, I guess it's because he's not really in it. You know,
Yeah.
he's controlling it.
Yeah,
But it's weird going, which I guess there's the answer. He's a hologram, so it's just supposed to look cool.
He's the Tupac of
Oh
the
shit!
Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's confirmed here. Tupac is the next Mysterio.
There you go. And I did like how they how like it. I don't know. I just thought it was like, I don't know. I might be crazy for this, but I thought like it was really cool how it was like how he was as a bad guy. Like everything was like fake. He was like directing a TV show or a movie.
Yeah. I thought that was really
Like,
cool. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Until he went nuts at the end.
He got a little power hungry. Yeah.
Little.
But do you have?
And then
any-
he revealed Peter Parker.
I do like though how they inserted him into what movie was it?
Civil War.
Was that Civil War?
Yeah.
And then they brought the guy from the first Iron Man.
Yeah, those two things are really cool. I have those in my best scenes. That them connecting to the other movies and bringing back those actors and shit like that too is really cool.
They connected it in a good way.
Yeah.
I mean, and Jake Gyllenhaal was after the fact. The other guy was easy to connect.
Yeah, it's really cool that they were able to bring him back too.
To me, and I don't know if this is, but like to me, like when Happy picks him up and they're like in the tulip field or whatever,
Gilmore,
and they're on the ship, or not the ship, the airplane, and he's like making his suit, and he's like, "You finish up your suit, I'll change the music." Well, he put on that song. Well, that was in Iron Man 1 when they're rolling through the through the desert. Yeah, I thought that was cool.
Yeah, I really like, especially because like they played that, and then like Happy looks back and looks at him, and he's like, "Oh, you."
Yeah.
I know I just gave you this big speech that you're not Tony Stark, but like you kind of are right now.
The best part of that is he goes, "I love Led Zeppelin."
Yeah,
I know.
But so do you have any Hess questions about the movie?
No,
I
don't
do.
ask questions.
Do you have a Hess question?
I don't know. Well, so this is getting into the Secret Invasion, right? This is the beginning.
Yeah. Samuel Jackson's show on Disney Plus. Yeah, which we didn't really know that until we kind of assumed. But Secret Invasion, the storyline is, the Skrulls from Captain Marvel and all that show up in here at the end credit scene.
Yeah.
In the comic books, there's a storyline, Secret Invasion, and like they reveal like one like say it's Captain America, he was a Skrull the whole time or whatever. Like one of the heroes, which is kind of what they did in this with Samuel Jackson. But they're spinning that off, so that Talos guy, that Skrull, and Samuel Jackson are getting their own show on Disney Plus that they're making, and
nice.
Amelia Clark is in it. So now all of Game of Thrones is in the Marvel movies. You got Tyrion in Endgame. You got Jon Snow and Robb Stark in Eternals coming up. Maisie Williams was in the X-Men thing. That's not that good, but they're all involved in Marvel show, which is kind of fun.
What about Edward?
He's dead.
I'm sorry, Eddard.
Eddard, he's dead. So I only have a few trivias for us, and then we're gonna, instead of doing a review game, we're all gonna take a Marvel quiz because that'd be fun. I can participate in that as well.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, you're not going to participate?
Well, I mean, I don't know.
You're going to take the laptop from me. I have it right in front of me. Well, not in front of me right now.
See what I'm saying?
But I have it pulled up on the internet. I haven't looked. I don't even know what the first question is.
I don't see, but do I believe
I just scrolled through to make sure it wasn't like 20 minutes long or something.
Was that a pun?
Oh, yeah. No, I did that on purpose. So it was reported that Matt Damon turned down the role as the villain in this movie.
Oh, I could totally see him as that.
I could totally see it'd be just like, like in Entourage when he's being mean to Vince and he's like a director and all that.
He literally just sent me that.
So like
I did. I sent him that right before we started the pod.
That's really weird.
I swear.
That's so funny.
Wait.
Because I was like, I didn't know the context of it. So I was like, oh, I'll send it to Nick and then I'm sure he'll say something about it.
That's so funny.
Because I didn't know if it was serious, if it was a joke. Like I had
it's either a deleted scene or it's like an end credit scene kind of thing. I think in one of the episodes of Entourage.
I think it's an end credit scene. But.
I'm lucky. I get paid to be an actor, and I can't even fucking do this. I'm lucky, I mean, so put that all in there and then just say it.
He's just being a total dick. To
Vince.
And
then like it cut because at first it just seems like it's him, and then it cuts to Vince and then Ari's there and all that.
Yeah.
But that'd be cool. I love Jake Gyllenhaal. Matt Damon would be really fun though as the villain as well, and like it'd be cool him playing like. He was Loki in Dogma, so he'd be in this. He could end up meeting the other Loki.
I like Jake Gyllenhaal. Not as much as you. Mm-hmm. I do know his name. That helps.
Well, I know his name sometimes.
But I mean, Matt Damon blows him out of the water.
Yeah, Matt Damon would be really cool. So the first word of dialogue in this movie suggests that Fury and Hill are Skrulls. That was really hard to get out of my mouth.
Yeah. What was the first word?
Because remember in Captain Marvel, they're driving and she calls him Nick, and he goes, "Nobody calls me Nick. My mom calls me Fury." She's like, "What about your kids? My kids will call me Fury if I have them one day." Everybody calls him Fury. When they're getting out of the car here and they're walking, and Jake Gyllenhaal's like, "You don't want any part of this." She goes, "Nick," and then goes on with her spiel about the whole thing.
Nick, this was a tragedy, but it's not why we're here.
So if you paid attention to the last movie, you catch that. I never caught that in the movie until someone told me about it.
You mentioned it before I watced it, and I still didn't catch it.
Yeah, but I think that's kind of fun. Like if you actually pay attention to some of the lines in other movies.
I looked for stuff, and I was like, yeah, I don't see anything.
No, yeah, it's literally that's the only time they kind of reference that. Other than Nick Fury is a little weird in this movie, and he like seems a little extra in scenes, like someone like being, "Oh, this is what Nick Fury, he'd be mean here. I'm gonna be mean here,"
Yeah, see, I really looked for something to be like, oh, I see, and I didn't find anything.
Please, you went to space.
That fucking
that's the best line of the movie. So do you guys think, though, this made me kind of question it, how long or how many times do you think they're going to say now? Because they can do this in anything. Like, do you think Talos has been Nick Fury in any other movie? And do you think they'll change that now? Like, say, like in Avengers: Age of Ultron, he shows up and talks to Tony Stark in the farm or whatever. What if that was Talos?
He could.
I mean, how busy is this
Captain Marvel
motherfucker?
Well, because he's up in
the
space.
90s.
Yeah, he's up in space doing whatever that thing was called from WandaVision.
I mean, it could have been Talos the entire fucking time.
So, like in Civil War, when he dies and fakes his death and then comes back, do you think it was Talos?
Could have been. That's why. That's how he got that lightsaber to go underground.
And
that's why the lightsaber wasn't purple.
I don't think they should push it too much.
No, I think if they were gonna, they would just do one of the movies if it wasn't him again. Like one time he was busy. I don't think they would change it the whole time.
Right.
Because I think that would change a lot, and then it'd be like nobody knows Nick Fury at all, and it'd be kind of weird.
Yeah.
So the last one I got here, this is the first Marvel Studios movie without a cameo by Stan Lee, co-creator of the MCU, due to his passing on November 12th, 2018. First one with no Stan Lee cameo scene. Did you guys notice?
Yes.
The first time I saw this, I had no idea until it was over, and I was like, "Oh shit, yeah."
Well, I mean, to be fair, this is our 22 movies we watched, and every time I went, "Oh yeah, Stanley." This time I just didn't say that, so I noticed that I didn't say that.
You did see a picture of Stanley in this.
Yeah, you do see a picture, yeah. But so are you guys ready for?
You better not play the goddamn review game music.
I was going to play and cut it off and say quiz, but then Ness yelled at me. We're doing a quiz, ladies and gentle dudes. I'm not sure exactly how many questions are in here.
Oh, boy.
But I know it's not too long, but that's why I did.
Ness is like,
That's why I only did 3 trivias. But we're good.
69 questions. Question number 1. Do you like anal?
Okay, I'm just going to put yes for that one. What material makes up Captain America's shield? Uru, iron, vibranium, nitinol. What does shields? Oh, sorry, I scrolled to the next question.
Yeah, you might want to answer the first one.
Yeah. So which one?
It's got to be vibranium.
I believe Hess is correct.
We got that right.
What's your vibrator made out of?
Vibranium, baby. What does SHIELD stand for? Supreme Headquarters in Enforcement of Law and Deeds, Strategic Homeland Intervention Enforcement and Logistic Division. This is
Jesus fucking Christ.
Strategic Headquarters for the Internal Enforcement of Laws and Discretion, Superhero Homeland International Enforcement and Legal Department. I gotta say, I have no clue.
I think it's the last one, but I have no idea.
I don't think it's superhero because they existed before.
I think it's the second one. That's just me.
All right, I don't know. Want to go with us?
Oh, we have to answer together as a team. What is this?
Yeah,
Family
we're answering
Feud?
as a team. We're not individually answering.
Oh, all right, we can go with Hess.
All right. Oh, Hess was right. 2 for 2, baby. He studied his MCU.
Way to go.
Somebody's getting jerked off tonight. Who is unable to wield Thor's hammer? Loki, Odin, Hela, or Vision? It's Loki, right?
Yeah, Loki.
Yeah.
These are pretty...
So far, pretty easy. But hey, it says this is the hardest quiz on the webs, according to BuzzFeed.
Like the spider webs?
Yeah.
Well, if we go 69 for 69, we should do the trivia night at CD Live.
Yeah, we should. What is the name of Peter Quill / Star-Lord's mother? Miriam, Elizabeth, Mallory, or Meredith?
I think it's Miriam.
This does sound familiar, but I don't know.
I was going to go with Meredith, but you can go with Hess. He seems to be
all right. Ooh, it was Meredith.
I don't know where I got Miriam from.
I don't know. You're horrible with names, so I don't know why I listened to you.
Hey, he's pretty good.
I'm not horrible with names.
He knew the guy in Thor the Dark World, the sidekick's name.
Okay, he knows names of people that don't matter. But if you ask him about someone that he's currently talking about, it's Bobby McGee.
We'll see what he thinks this is. What does Jarvis stand for in Iron Man? Junk, a rare, vastly integrated system, just another really vivid idiot-proof system, just a rather very intelligent system, or just a rather vast intelligent system?
They're all variations of the same thing.
Yeah.
If I was a guessing man, I would go with 3.
Okay. Just a rather very intelligent system? I can see that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Oh, baby, we got it right.
Wow.
What is the name of Tony? I'm just gonna. It's Howard. It's a dumb question.
Wow.
Tony Stark's dad.
Yeah.
Papa.
It was Howard, James, Anthony, or Alexander.
I'll go with Alexander.
In the original Avengers movie, who is the villain they joined together to fight? Thanos, Loki, Red Skull, or Ultron?
I'm not sure, but I think it's Loki.
Yeah, it might be Loki. What MCU movie does Spider-Man first appear in? Spider-Man Far From Home, Spider-Man's Captain America Civil War,
Yep.
Avengers Infinity War, Spider-Man Homecoming, it's Civil War. That's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Ooh, this... Oh, I know this one, actually. What is Pepper Potts allergic to? Strawberries, peanuts, cashews, or dairy?
Strawberry.
Dick.
No, she had a kid.
She's allergic to being good in movies.
Cheers.
Ooh, this might be hard. What are the Wakandan female warriors called? Jabari,
Ooh.
Mujaji, Dora Milaje, or is it, I can't say this last one. But
I
it's
would say
Dora
Mujaji.
It's Dora Milaje. Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
That's easy enough for you to say.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Sorry, I couldn't get the words out.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I was right.
Okay.
I went with my
Good
gut.
job.
I went with my gut on
I'm
that
not
one.
even sure what you said the last 5 minutes. So I'm
Dubadaje.
Yeah.
Dubadaje.
Okay, calm down. Okay. Which of these did Stanley not cameo as? A postman? Oh, fuck, we're gonna... Oh, yikes. A postman, an army general, a beauty pageant judge, a taxi driver.
Postman.
He was never a taxi driver, right? No, he...
He
Tony
was never-
Steak.
That was FedEx.
Tony... This BuzzFeed wrote this.
Well, I mean, that wasn't a postman.
But was he a taxi driver ever?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, when was he an army general?
In the last movie we watched. wasn't
In
it?
Avengers Ultron.
He just drove
One of
by
them.
and said, "Peace, not
Ultron.
war." Oh, Ultron.
When he's drinking the shit, isn't he?
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
I think. I could be wrong.
And then so I think it has to be taxi driver.
All right, pick taxi driver. Fucking Robert De Niro.
It was taxi driver. I was right.
Okay.
You were wrong, Mr. Postman.
Well, he wasn't a postman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's BuzzFeed. They don't know what they're talking about.
Oh, so because it's wrong, whatever.
What
I'm gonna
powers does
fucking
Mantis have?
email BuzzFeed.
I have no idea.
he can pray.
It's empathic, right? 'Cause I'm an empath. Yeah, empathic manipulation. Yeah. Who is Doctor Strange's mentor? The Supreme One, the Knowing One, the Ancient One, or the Eternal One?
Oh,
It's the
Ancient One.
Yeah, you always want to say Supreme. Because you're thinking Supreme Chancellor.
Thinking of Taco Bell.
You're like, oh.
I'm dreaming of Taco Bell.
Where is the Mind Stone first seen? Ooh, boy.
Thanos' ass.
Liquefied into ether, in the Tesseract, in Loki's scepter, in Star-Lord's orb. Oh, it is Loki's scepter, isn't it? Don't they break that and it goes into... Okay.
Yeah. I think so. Did you click it?
Yeah, you clicked in. We got it right.
Okay.
Forgot to tell you that part. But yeah, we did it.
Yeah, he's just moving on to the next one. You guess. I don't know.
What realm is Loki originally from?
Holy Jesus.
Oh, this one's going to be a little...
I don't think Holy Jesus is a realm.
I can't... John Tonhelm, Vanheimer, Midgard, or Asgard?
I think
It's Midgard, isn't it?
that sounds elfish. I was gonna say the second one.
I don't think it's...
Asgard.
No, it's not.
You think it's Vanheimer?
It's either that one or the mid.
Vanheimer or Midgard?
I would go Midgard.
All right. Ooh, we were wrong. It's Jotunheim that I couldn't say.
Oh, that's why, because you couldn't pronounce it. Remember, because he's a baby elf thing, and they go get him.
Yeah, I knew the people, but I just couldn't. He was a nice guy. I just couldn't remember what it was called. Who is Yellow Jacket, Ant-Man's enemy? Question mark. Oh, what's his name? So I was really confused on what they were asking there.
Oh, it's the guy from House of Cards.
Hope Van Dyne, Hank Pym, Darren Cross, or Janet Van Dyne?
Oh, Cross.
It's Cross. The only one that's not
weird.
related in that.
Yeah.
Why not throw like Michael Pena's character or something in
Or
there?
Red Skull or something.
What is the purple Infinity Stone? The Space Stone, the Mind Stone, the Reality Stone, the Power Stone?
Power?
Oh, yeah, I think you're right. Power.
Everything turns to purple when they...
Yeah, I'm clicking power. Power is right. What is the name of the document that forces the Avengers to work under the UN? It's the Sokovia Accords.
Yeah.
What is the name of Thor's team he assembles in Thor Ragnarok? The Valkyries, Thor's Avengers, Avengers 2, or the Revengers?
It's the Revengers, right? Yeah.
In the Avengers, what alien species invades Earth? The Kree, the Chitauri, the Skrulls, the Celestials?
Chitauri.
It's the Chitauri, right? Ooh, we are done. Guess what we got, boys and girls? 18 out of 22 correct.
Wow.
You got a 5 on your Marvel Cinematic Universe AP test. You have some serious Spidey sense. You could definitely be an Avenger or Shield agent. I'd prefer Avenger. Who the fuck
wants to be a Shield agent?
Yeah, that's stupid. No one cares about that.
But I mean, like, it should be. I mean, it should have said Spidey Tingle.
Yeah, my Peter Tingle. I want a Peter Tingle.
My Peter's tingling right now.
That shit was fucking hilarious. It bothered him so much. And
I love
it. It's
not Peter Tingle. And he's like, oh, your Peter Tingle's working? Use your Peter Tingle. I'm going to go save your friends.
Yeah.
And he's banging his fucking aunt the whole time. Makes it even worse.
So we got best and worst scene here. I'll just name off a couple that I got quite a bit here, and then you guys can name some. I got the memoriam in the opening. I really like that. And you got Iron Man and Black Widow and Vision and all them on there. And then everybody being snapped back was really cool too.
And the last scene has the little like watermark on it.
Yeah, it still says like whatever on there.
The snap back, I thought that was cool.
Yeah, like at the game and shit like that. Like, what the fuck?
I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that guy ran into their tuba.
Yeah.
Stanford is on the field! The band is on the field!
Was this, you don't ghost Nick Fury?
He wasn't.
I love that as a quote.
Technically, he wasn't.
And at the end, he's like, don't even think about ghosting me.
Yeah, but it's not Nick
Fury. It was not really him, yeah.
Yeah.
I really like Betty and Ned being together. That's kind of fun. And at the end, they break up. Like, we're different people now.
They were weird. Apart. They were fun. Like, you wouldn't expect them to be fun. But it was a funny thing.
I saw the girl who plays Betty was talking about how because they filmed Spider-Man 3, they finished it.
Oh yeah.
And she's just talking about how it's like an amusement park being on set. It's just the funnest thing ever.
You know what I didn't think about until this time I watched it? In Spider-Man 3, I assume Flash is in it, right?
Probably, yeah.
His mind is going to be fucking blown.
Oh,
because he's Penis Parker, but he's in love with Spider-Man.
Yeah, so if there's multiple Spider-Man, and he'll be like,
no, and he hates Peter Parker, and they fucking.
Oh, that's true. The end credits scene. I didn't even think about that part.
Yeah,
I've never thought about that part too.
I hadn't either until this time, and I was like, oh, he's gonna fuck it, because he's like,
he's just awesome. Okay, he protects the neighborhood, and he's inspiring. He inspires me to be a better man. What's up, dickwad?
Yeah, and so I was just like, oh, he's gonna be fucked up.
That's funny. I never thought about that.
Oh, you see better now, motherfucker.
Brad taking a pic of Peter in the bathroom with the little lady was really funny. And then that Peter almost gets him. That's one of my favorite scenes in any of these things. Is he a target? Yeah. And just cuts to space and
I feel
fucking the little satellite pops in.
I won't say who, but he's a lot like someone on this podcast. So you just gotta kind of watch what you say once in a while.
Oh yeah, someone says it should be like, hey, do you want to take care of it? Do you want to take care of him? I would think, yeah, kill him.
Yeah,
taking care of this. I understand where Peter's coming from.
And at the end, what does he say at the end where he, execute them all? It's like,
yeah,
don't say that. Is that the way you got to say that?
Poor language right there. He really helped him out. Mysterio, when he reveals his team, that's an awesome scene as well.
That's pretty cool.
He's like,
especially the first time.
As he's walking
You're like,
out.
what the fuck?
Yeah. And then you get to reveal the guys from Iron Man and all that.
I was so confused. Well, and it threw me off too because I can't remember how long ago it was. It might have just been last week when we did this shit, but Jerome was like, yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal's in it. He's the bad guy. And then like I'm watching it and I'm like, he's the bad guy?
Yeah, Jerome should shut the fuck up.
Well, we all knew that going into the movie.
We did, but
I didn't.
Yeah, they do it very well in this where like even if you know, they make you question it like, oh, maybe he's not the villain.
They do make you question it.
Mysterio getting in Peter's mind and like he's like he's in his little fishbowl, like little like a snow globe thing, takes that off with him in there. Zombie Iron Man crawling at him. All that's really fun.
That whole scene is really cool. It kind of reminded me of Into the Spider-Verse, to be honest, like a little bit, like where he like goes through everything.
And then Peter making his new suit because he does very well taps into Robert Downey Jr. like using the screens and all that so perfectly.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't do that well, but Robert Downey Jr. does it well. So I was impressed that Tom Holland looks like he's actually fidgeting with screens, but there's nothing there.
There's got to be so much CGI in this movie that he's got to be good at it. You know what I mean?
Literally, when Samuel L. Jackson's sitting in the room with the gun, everything in that is CGI except for Samuel L. Jackson. The room, the gun, everything there is fake.
Well, I was watching, and he like flies in on this bridge, he jumps and like does all this shit, and I'm thinking, wonder how they did this shit because he's not doing that. You know what I mean?
Well, a lot of it,
but it looks real.
A lot of it, Tom Holland is doing because he. I don't know the right term, but does like acrobats and shit.
He's like a gymnast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like a lot of that stuff he is doing, but a lot of it is definitely CGI.
Well, yeah, I didn't.
Have you seen how they done, because they just opened Marvel Campus at
I saw that they opened it. Yeah.
And the Spider-Man there, it's an animatronic. Like he flies through the air and industrially lands on a building. They made a robot that could do that so perfectly and just put a Spider-Man suit on it.
Oh, really?
But it's voiced by Tom Holland.
The only thing I saw was him like falling down, like he was gonna eat a fly or something, and then came back up.
Oh.
I was like, oh, nice.
So do you guys have any specific best scenes?
I like the scene. It's almost like a multiverse kind of a thing where he's falling through stuff and he's like, I thought that was pretty cool, and I also like when he almost kills Brad.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite scenes when he does that.
I like any of the stuff where like he goes into like when it's trying to trick him into thinking he's somewhere else. Like when that like green smoke comes and he's like going through like the shattered glass and like fucking like falling off buildings and shit.
I like because like he tricks him, like he's in the office and then he's in the other shit. Then he gets outside and it's Nick Fury again, and then he tricks him again and gets hit by the bus.
Yeah. I also like at the end when he can figure it all out and just
he taps into his Peter Tingle and it works very. It looks so good how they have that, like him. He's in like whatever you'd call that in Mysterio's realm or whatever he's doing. He's tricking you. So it looks like that, and then it cuts back into him on the bridge.
That's my favorite part is when it doesn't last very long, but he fucking catches it, and he like, and then Jake Gyllenhaal's like, just shoot them all.
Although one of the crazy scenes, I mean, just at the end when Jake Gyllenhaal tricks him again to shoot him in the head, but his Peter Tingle kicks in and he grabs the gun. He was just gonna shoot a child right there on the bridge.
He's a dick.
Yeah, that's just fucking crazy.
He's not. I mean, is he confirmed dead? He's not.
I think Mysterio in comics and shit always comes back, or he can be different people a lot too, or it could just be the team. So, but I think I got a feeling he'll be back at some point. So we got end credit scenes. J. Jonah Jameson reveals that Peter's identity to the world. It's really cool that he came back to be J. Jonah Jameson as well.
Like the older ones.
Yeah, like the
Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire, he was the same guy in those movies.
Those have nothing to do with the new ones, right?
Not yet,
but potentially in Spider-Man 3 they will.
Okay.
But we'll see. And then lastly, we got Nick Fury and Maria, or actually Talos and his wife, and Nick Fury's been in space the whole time.
Barefoot.
No idea how long.
And barefoot.
Well, yeah, he's at the beach.
Ooh, got my
you know what's funny? So I forgot exactly what the scene was, and they show him, and he's at the beach, and I was like, wow, they didn't spend much on this CGI because it just looked so fake.
It's exactly what I said too. I was like, wow, this is fucking terrible.
This is bad. And then he gets up, I was like, oh, never mind.
You're like, oh, I'm sorry, never mind. I didn't say that.
Yeah, totally.
Didn't fool me. So we got a ranking. It's in my top 3. So I got Spider-Man Far From Home, Infinity War, and Endgame on my top 3.
Wow. You really do like this movie.
Yeah, why would I lie to you about it?
I don't know. You're kind of a liar.
I don't lie. Never lied a day in my life.
I don't. Let's not get carried away. I don't have it in my top 3.
No hard feelings, Point Break.
I actually have it 13th, right below Iron Man.
Wow.
That seems low.
That's really
I
low.
did not bring my phone up, so unfortunately. But it's in it's probably like, I would say like top 7.
So you think you liked it better than the first one, or you like the first one a little bit better?
If I liked it better, it would be like by a smidge.
Okay.
And if I disliked it, it would be by a smidge. Like, I think they're neck and neck. I really like them both. Like, these two movies changed my mind about Spider-Man. I actually like Spider-Man now, as before I didn't like him at all.
Yeah, we got that.
I wanted to ask you, because you liked the relationship stuff in the last movie. How did you feel about him now with MJ? Like him and Zendaya.
He has a thing for light-skinned girls, huh?
I guess, yeah.
You know what?
Yeah. He's a type, I guess. I didn't really think about that.
You know what occurred to me?
What?
Is like the last 2 movies I've seen her in, I think, her boyfriends have been him and then John David Washington.
Mm-hmm.
2 completely different people.
Yeah, those are very different.
And I'm like, I just can't. Can you imagine that person like you know what I mean? I was just like,
So we learned he has a type. She doesn't. She'll date anybody.
But I did like, and I mean, I don't know if this was meant to be, but like how in the first end credit scene, like that's kind of how the world is today. Like you can edit shit together and make people perceive, like, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
People will believe that shit, like, because it was just edited that way.
There was a lot of like little hints to that, and this is before, not before,
this
but
was 2019.
2019.
Yeah, but I mean, it wasn't as big of a thing
It was. I think it was just becoming.
Yeah.
They're probably like, ooh, this will be a thing. Hopefully.
Yeah.
It's so crazy too that this is the last Marvel movie to come out. Now we did have WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier on Disney Plus, but this was the last. It's kind of crazy.
And by the time this comes out, almost Loki, almost.
Yeah, a couple days actually after this comes out, Loki will be out, which we will do videos on, because that'll be really fun. But I do. So we gotta announce here, starting next week for Idiot's Guide. This is now becoming Idiot's Guide to Slashers.
Jesus.
We'll be watching
the slasher universe.
We'll be watching Halloween, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street in the order of release. So we'll be switching between the movies as they come out. I think that'll. I really
hope
fun.
they're on something, or else we're gonna drop like $150 on.
No, the Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Streets are all on HBO Max. The Halloweens are here and there all over the place. Like I know the first one's on Roku TV, which you can watch for free, and probably some other places. And I know like 4's on Amazon, so those are kind of scattered all over the place.
You're definitely gonna have to spend money on 3.
Yeah, 3 is hard to find because 3 is not a real one.
Yeah.
But the Halloweens would be the only one we have to struggle to get.
It'll be interesting to do that. I thought it was a unique idea.
Mm-hmm.
Normally not a fan of these movies.
Yeah, no, you see that every time a horror movie comes up. We got it.
I'm just saying.
Nick doesn't like them. He thinks they stink.
Well, here's the thing. I'm excited because I watched all these like as like a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure I will view them differently now.
I would fucking
like,
hope so.
He's like, you know what? Actually, they kind of are the same thing.
Like 20 years later, you know.
Oh,
like
they do have. There's a lot of boobs in them, so you'll be on board.
Oh, if you like titties, you'll love the Friday the 13th movies.
Yeah,
ooh, titties everywhere.
We're gonna do a titty.
Titties.
We're gonna do a titty count.
Who doesn't love titties?
I am Groot.
I guess he doesn't like titties.
Groot's a lying sack of dog shit.
You make a
titty
bra.
Montage. It's a shame that we can't.
I can't do a titty
on
montage.
YouTube.
We could do a titty count though. We could see by the end of all these movies how many titties there are. That'd be a good. So now for that though, does one pair count as one, or do we count individual boobs?
I mean that's a pair.
It's a breast.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah.
And then also what we're gonna do. This was brought to us by Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
We're also gonna keep count of how many people are in these movies that aren't white.
Yeah.
Because there won't be very many.
Wow.
So I think that'll be a very interesting.
We'll see how white the movie is.
Statistic to have.
3 white guys are gonna tell you how white a movie is.
That was almost the name of the podcast, but idiots.
You might have to cut this out. But do we know any black guys that could do the podcast with us?
I like when Hess just doesn't know if it's bad or not. You might have to cut this out, but I'm gonna talk for about 5 seconds.
I don't. I mean, we could get Macy's cousin on the podcast. But it'll be.
You know how much wine you'd have to buy her?
Not that much, I'm afraid.
Yeah, probably not.
What was I gonna say?
Yeah.
Oh, but that'll be fun, and I do want to switch things up a bit. Like instead of best scene, worst scene, we're all gonna. I think we should write down for the movie what we think is the best kill and the worst kill. I think that'd be kind of fun to discuss. And then also to go through the movie and. I'll read the Wikipedia of just what the story is, and that'll get us through, and we'll all interrupt me and comment on shit, kind of like how we did Podcast the 13th back in the day.
And we're gonna rank them.
And we will rank them all, just like we were before.
Really? We're gonna rank them?
I can write it down for you. I can write it down for you again if you're okay with me reading it a certain way or whatever. I can write it down for you if you say you don't have to.
I mean, I might
Hess is like, I have to remember my phone every week.
I don't mind just going right after you say it.
We gotta rank them, or what's the point? You gotta say, oh, this one was better than this one.
The ranking doesn't matter to me at all because it changes every time I watch the movie. But if you want to rank it, I'm fine doing that.
How would it change every time you watch a movie?
Because you're in a different mood. You're in a different mood every time you watch a movie.
I agree with him. I feel like when watching a movie, depending on what mood you're in and like all that shit, I feel like that affects if you like it or not. I agree with him.
I think. I mean, obviously, if I watch it like today and then watch it tomorrow, it might be the same. But if I watch it today and then in 2 weeks, I might feel different about it.
Maybe a little, but I think as a whole, it should be about the same.
I don't think it would be for me.
I think you're weird.
Except for the Nightmare on Elm Street, I can kind of rank those. I feel like 'cause I've seen those so many times.
I wouldn't be able
I've already seen those all this year.
I thought it would be hard to rank these because I think they're all probably on the other side of 10. Like if you 1 through 10, they're all like 5s and less. So I thought it'd be hard to rank them. So
it might be hard to rank the ones that are bad. Which one's worse? I do agree with that.
I just thought it'd be fun to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, oh my god, this fucking movie blew.
But I want to say too, while I'm saying things that we're going to change about the show, if anybody has any ideas of other fun things for us to write down or whatever during the movie, comment them down below, or even if you two have a suggestion, just tell me. I'll put it in the we'll try for an episode or two. So does anybody have any last things they want to say on the season finale of Idiot's Guide to the Marvel Universe? I guess we should have Hess. What is your ranking of the Marvel? We'll end on this. What's your ranking of the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Like, out of how many Captain America shields out of 10 do you want to give? Do you want to give the whole universe?
I'm gonna give Iron Man helmets over Iron Man or Captain America shields.
Okay, sorry. Sorry, I forgot.
Dead.
I forgot you liked Iron Man.
Yeah. I mean, I'm probably gonna go like 8.75.
Okay, I'm not sure how I'm gonna cut that last helmet, but I will figure it out.
You did with one of Tony's little.
I'll have just a little.
Just leave his head in there and then.
Okay, that's pretty good. 8.75, considering when I brought it up like 2 weeks before we even started this whole thing. My idea for us to do that on Random Ramblings, he had no interest in Marvel movies.
Yeah, I did.
And we did this, and now
and then he's like, "Hey, I can watch those Marvel movies with you guys."
And now he's like, "Come here, Tony. No gang signs. Wake up, Daddy's home." All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Please like, subscribe, go watch Halloween. Because next week we're starting Idiot's Guide to Slashers. And we're all going to cut each other live on the podcast.
I'm going to bring a machete.